This is going to be a very important video, probably one of the most important videos that I'll ever put out. And this video is going to piss probably 99% of you. There are people that are dumber than a rock who are making millions, while smart people such as yourself are struggling financially. Now, the smartest people in this world are not necessarily the richest people in this world, and the richest people in the world are not necessarily the smartest. There's clearly something going on that you and I don't understand. In this video, I'm going to break down everything, basically what's going on. Should we become dumb if smart people don't make money, and what to do about it? So it's going to be a very important video. Let's get into it. Now let's begin by decoding the life of a smart and a dumb person. Well, to be fair, I take offense with these words because it's not like anybody actually went inside their brains and checked whether you are dumb or you're smart. It's more of like a checklist that society has given us. So if you check off every single box from that checklist, you're smart. And if you don't do it as much, you're a dumb person. So imagine this pedestal, right? In the bottom of the pedestal, if you don't check off everything on the checklist, you are a dumb person. And if you check off everything, you're a smart person. So you can already imagine that this person has some level of brand image, an image of somebody who's going to do very good in life, somebody who's going to go to good university, do good in his exams, have an amazing life basically. And nobody expects anything from the dumb person. Now, the dumb person is the underdog, and this person has societal expectations now. He has, not for the lack of the right word, let's say pressure of always being right, always being successful, and always being the right one, the example. Now, internally, let's, for this example, assume that they both come from an average family. They come from an average background. They are not very rich. They come from working class families, which most of us are, I know. And I haven't met anybody who doesn't want money. I'm pretty sure everybody wants to be rich and everybody wants money. So let's say they both want to be rich. They both want to make a lot of money. Now, basically, there are multiple different ways to make a lot of money in this world. You can get a job, you can do business, you can be self-employed, you can win a lottery, or you can be passed down wealth. Who knows? But for the sake of this example, let's take the two most common ones: a job and a business, right? Now, whom do you think would get a good job out of these two? A smart person, of course, because he checks off everything from the list. He did great in exams, went to great university, had a great score. He's going to get an amazing job. Let's say an aspirational salary for UK, 100K, right? £100,000. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of fucking money. Now, this person would be lucky to work in a local Tesco. So, $10 an hour. Per hour. Now, that is the chances of this person making that much money, and this person making only £10 an hour, right? Now, here's the question. They both want to become wealthy. Now, this person realizes that he's not going to become wealthy by working £10 an hour job. So the only option is left is business. Now, since he's a smart person, he also realizes the only way to become rich is through job. He can do it through investing. And if his investments take good returns, he could have a couple of millions in the next 20, 30 years if he invests consistently and the markets perform very well. So they both realize if they want to become rich and they want to become rich fast, they would have to do some sort of business. Now, running a business is not very easy, and they both realize this. So they both start researching. And remember, none of them come from an entrepreneurial background. They don't know how to run a business. So understanding and learning these things doesn't come natural to them. So they both start researching. As a smart person, since he has spent all his life laying out a plan for his life, step by step, everything from his exams to university to getting a job, that's not what a dumb person used to do. That's the reason he's dumb. He has never laid down a plan. He has never succeeded in life that way, right? And let's say their target is 10 million in net worth in 10 years. A smart person spends weeks, months, even years researching. Dumb person was never good at it, doesn't research as much. Couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks, and it's time to get down to business now. Now that's where the problem with smart people will come in, right? Remember, business, there are two things guaranteed. First, you have to take massive risks. Massive risk. There is no business without risk. If you haven't taken risk, there is no big moves. You can never reach that kind of net worth or even more if you don't take massive risks, right? And failure. And failing, it's inevitable. I've never met anybody who has succeeded in life who has never failed. Inevitable. And this person is horrible at this thing. He has never risked anything and he has never failed. He has succeeded in most of the things that society has told him that that's what you do to succeed. Dumb person, on the other hand, has failed most of his life. And risk, well, he risked his life and is working 10 pounds an hour job. So he doesn't have much to lose. Now, this person, there's also something he has to fight, that is ego. Now, what kind of ego? Well, as if you're watching this kind of challenge, you need to realize that there is no skill known as business or entrepreneurship, right? There is no such skill as that. Sales is a skill, marketing is a skill, risk management is a skill, development is a skill, branding is a skill. There's no skill known as business. Now, this person has an ego of thinking that sales is bad, marketing is bad. It's kind of below me. Have you ever met those kind of people who are like software engineers, developers, who are like, oh, you work at sales? Below me. I'm an engineer. I'm here. Or I'm a doctor. I'm here. You work in sales. You're down here. But in reality, sales is right here. I'm not saying doctors are not important. I'm saying in terms of business world and making money, sales is the number one skill you can have. And this person has an ego and then also has a reputation. What kind of reputation? Reputation of always succeeding, or was always passing. Well, this one has a reputation of failing, which he already has. So now imagine their situation. They're ready to launch their business, they're ready to take action, but the smart person is like, I feel underprepared because I don't know enough yet. I need to know about how to run a team, how to do leadership work, how to do risk management, how to work in sales and marketing, how to set up infrastructure, how to do this, how to do that. Where a dumb person is like, okay, what is the fastest way that I can just get to the market and try stuff? So he goes from here, he's like, okay, let me try this. He fails, he comes back. He goes from here again, he fails again, he comes back, he fails again, he comes back, he fails again, comes back, fails multiple times, and maybe he was on the scale of 0 to 10, he was 1 in terms of being dumb. Now in terms of business knowledge, let's say he's a 5. He did that many iterations, now he's a 5. A smart person, on the other hand, went into the loop, which I call, and which I have struggled with a lot myself, is analysis paralysis. He analyzed too much that he is now paralyzed. He doesn't know what to do, which refers to a single thing as like analyzing too much and then getting paralyzed. You don't know what move to make. You always think that the risk is too high, the risk is too high, the risk is too high, or what if I fail? What if I fail? What if I fail? He's never taken risk in his life and he's afraid to take risk because he has something to lose, like his reputation, his ego, and maybe his high-paying job. He's not ready to risk it all. And then he has a fear of failing because society has put an expectation on him that he is the one who always succeeds, he's the one who's always right, and he's the one who has set an example of an ideal person. Now, these two things will always cause him to take a step back and be slow at taking action. By the time this person has made 100 moves, let's say a smart person has only made 10. And in business, Remember, speed and momentum is the key in business. When you have the momentum, just keep on going. Don't stop. That's the key to productivity. That's the key to working hard in life. And that's the key of having more output in business. Now, that is what I call a paradox of being smart. The smart person has so much going on for him that everything is kind of a binding force for him that he cannot get off of him to take those massive risks and massive actions that is required to reach that level of wealth. But the young person has none of those shackles. There's nothing going on for himself. So he was making £10 an hour. Even if he does fail, he can still make £10 an hour. But this person is risking 100,000. Since society has made him believe that that is a lot of money, he always has this ego, reputation, these expectations to protect. And that paradox always will stop him from taking those massive actions and massive risks to reach to that level. It's not that there's something wrong with the smart person. It's the mental game of fighting all of these expectations. It's very, very hard. And that's why smart people always find it way more difficult to make that kind of money, and dumb people find it much easier. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed it.